you called me this session. First, thank you all for the second demo session today. We have completed successfully demo of Team 3 and also Team 1 and 5. But so today mostly we'll going with the demo of Team 2, 4 and then follow up if required demo of 1 and 5 teams. So with that, I will say Narayan to go ahead with the Team 2's demo.
Sure.
Narayan, sure.
I'm sharing my screen. Hope you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes, you can see good.
Okay, yeah.
Section.
Okay, so here is the thing. Okay. So week 4 team 2, right? Like this is the agenda I'm going to talk about today. So what is the progress so far? What is the LLM architecture we have followed, and updates on model building, and we provide some active collaborators. And finally, we'll give a demo quickly. And also we discuss about some challenges we have faced throughout our journey. So someone is speaking. Coming to pre-processing concern, right? Like we have collected data from two different sources. One is Facebook, another one is Twitter. So collectively, it reached around 200K plus records, and we performed pre-processing on that data, and we did some sentiment analysis as well. So coming to sentiment analysis, right? Like our team has performed. Came up with the three different. We followed three approaches. One using BERT, and one using text blob, one using WADR. So finally, we decided to choose BERT method to do the sentiment analysis. We labeled as like kind of neutral, negative, positive, and after performing the sentiment these are some active collaborators which are part of data pre-processing team. And coming to LLM, here this is typical architecture we have followed. Initially we thought we can we thought of including feedback loop as well, but we did not get chance to implement that. And currently our team, one of our team member is working on fine-tuning the LLM. Typically, it will be completed either today or tomorrow. So once it is ready, and we can point that model in our chatbot application. And we have used ChromaDB to store our embeddings. In the picture, it is showing wrong. It is Pinecone, but it should be ChromaDB. And also we have we have our own knowledge data sets which are stored in the form of PDF files. So this so we try to we try to incorporate this one too, but unfortunately right now the LLM the response we are getting it is taking a longer time than usual. We know the root cause, what is causing, and we will fix that, and we will include this as well. For now, we are currently retrieving data only from VectorDB alone right now. So yeah, and so this is the typical whatever I have spoken in the previous slide. The same thing I spoke earlier. And the active collaborators on model building are these are the people involved in actively in model building. And UI team, for UI team, these are the members. And then so sorry, someone is Okay. Yeah. So we named our chatbot as Peaceful, and we wanted to proudly present this one. So demo. So let's switch to the demo. So we successfully deployed the app on Hugging Face, and thanks Yahya for providing some guidance on this one. So our chatbot has we can provide inputs in the form of text and speech both. We implemented speech to text and text to speech modules. Uh, so uh, let's try with speech first. I'm feeling lonely. So here you can read this one, and also we can test this speech to text, the response, we can hear it.
Based on the conversation history, it appears that several individuals have expressed feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and sadness. Some common themes that seem to contribute to these feelings include professional when you need it. Based
I
on the conversation history,
Yeah, I think I don't want to play completely, just to show you this one, and let me try entering text as well. So on the same question previously, so um, I don't Facebook. Sorry. So yeah, this is like typical response we get with either you can give input through text or speech. I'll stop for a second if, yeah, if any one of you have questions on this one.
Narayan, so like this chatbot
Uh-huh.
will be, it seems very simple, basic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like it's like you're going some question, it's trying to give an answer. So
right.
here, yeah, here it's not able to tag which kind of uh, mental depression it's like from the given text or what the solution is providing. Like,
Mm, s- Sorry, can you please repeat that
so
again?
like, yeah, user able to give a question query and it's able
Mhm.
to generate a response for the user, but it's not
Yeah.
trying to tag which kind of mental health is going on, or else it can provide some kind of feedback or questionnaire directly from the response.
Mm, so I think the
You
tagging
can see,
that.
you can see, right?
Mhm.
I don't have many friends in real life, but there are many on Facebook. So
Yeah,
what is the context and what is defined like? What is the mental health problem that may be?
like kind of it's like a depression oriented. I mean, questions I'm trying to ask on the same context like loneliness. Uh,
Okay, but
so
what the okay, okay.
yeah.
So what the answer is? Well, I can't speak definitely about the reasons for individual experiences. Okay, however, having a large number of Facebook friends does not necessarily equate to having many real friends. Okay, like it's about talking about Facebook and friends, but not in terms of solving the actual problem, like mental health problem.
Okay. Mm, okay, maybe I'll have connect with you after this call. Is that okay? Yeah, on this one.
Okay, I think you understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the areas that we're trying to work on, there are two areas. One is that we're trying to continue building the model in a way that it's questions before really providing any suggestion or context, some clarifying questions beforehand. That's one thing. Additionally, we're also working on expanding the knowledge base, so it can provide more context. I think one of the reasons that it is bringing up Facebook is that our relatively limited knowledge base was from Facebook. There we had other sources as well, but I think it's kind of looking at that as the main source. So we're going to need to continue expand our knowledge base to have more context when
Yeah.
talking about any sort of mental issues here.
Okay, but
Yeah, and
like,
also
yeah,
we need to integrate. We have problem with fetching information from knowledge base as well. Yeah. So some performance issue we are facing. It is giving very. It is taking consuming a lot of time in retrieving the data. So we need to fix that. So I think maybe the response will be more better next. When we implement that. Yeah.
yeah, we don't have much time, but like has said, it
Yeah.
also able to give a certain tone, right? What exactly the user tone is, neutral, negative, or positive. And I see
Mhm.
only one pipeline. It may be. Do you have any? How many number of pipelines you have connected with the rack? Only Q&A or any evaluation, feedback, or any multiple pipeline you are connected with the rack?
Only one pipeline. We don't have the feedback loop implemented. On that one. Only
Okay,
one. Just retrieving. Mostly it retrieves from vector DB at this moment.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and also we have the other pipeline implemented, but yeah, we are fixing on that. I think mostly we'll try to fix that today or tomorrow. Mostly. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. So yeah, I
Yeah.
hope when you add multiple things on top of your application, right, you
Yeah.
exactly know how your chatbot is working. So when you have a
Mhm.
simple pipeline, it's just extract the data which is present in database or vector DB and give it to you back to you with each query.
Correct.
That is
Okay.
exactly happening right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand. Um.
Okay, then if you are done from your side,
Sure.
uh,
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
think, yeah. Sorry, say again.
okay. Yeah, you are showing your
We have a
samples.
few more slides.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, as I mentioned, right, like, exit for the sorry, yeah. So the last slide I wanted to talk about is these challenges we faced during development of this one. Like, first one, uh, during pre-processing, we faced challenge with spell check correction. Like during pre-processing, it was taking longer time than you. It is consuming a lot of GPU since there are many number of records. And second thing we faced is right, like during model building, everyone is in the team pretty new, and we try to learn this one and try to implement. So these are the challenges we have faced. So yeah, and thanks to each and everyone in our team. Like they learned and they helped each other. Like we worked as a team. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Next time you have to go the second level, right? Hardest problem you need to solve and make the complicated part.
Yes.
Has we all,
Yes.
yeah, has you all need to connect again and five teams combinedly connect and make a single board. So you can schedule the meeting again. So after this meeting.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Any more questions for team two? Okay, so if no questions, we can go ahead with team 4 presentation. Yes, team 4, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just going to present the slides and Ox is going to kick us off.
Yeah, Tracy, thank you so much for that. Okay.
Yep, can you
So
see?
here we are, Team 4, Digital Detox Squad. As you all know that this is the name we have taken for our team. So in this meeting, move next slide. In this meeting, we will in this presentation we will talk about the recap of the previous week, that what work we did in the last week and what is the progress of this week, and then we will move towards the demo product, and then we will move with the next work week and the challenges that we are facing right now. So the main team goal was to create the user interface that will help the user with mental health issues. It will be like that we are providing the user interface where the user will know that the user having actually having the mental issue, like social media addiction, social isolation, or cyberbullying kind of issue or not. If the user have these issues, so how the user can overcome these issues, or what are the solutions that we can provide to the users, right? It's not like the prescriptions, it's like the recommendation or the solution to the user that you can do these things to avoid these kinds of issues with your mental health. Okay. Move to the next slide. Okay, this is the team structure. This is what I need to talk about, because when we started, we have the teams with the data collection, data pre-processing, model building, and UI team. But now, right now, data collection part is done, data pre-processing part is done. So now the data collection and data pre-processing teams are combined with the model building and UI team, and each member of these two teams are working with the model building lead or UI team lead. So now our team structure is not like 4 team we have. It's like the model building team and UI team now. It's only these 2 teams we have right now. Okay, and then move over. Okay, so now from here, Narayan, you will take over.
Okay, thank you, Aksa. So hello everybody. So I'm going to start with brief recap of all our work, and then I'm going to discuss about the this week's progress. So first I'll start with the data collection team. So data collection team generated around 2,100 rows of data using Gemini and GPT. So I have attached a CSV file here, as you can see. So it is in a prompt chosen rejected format for suited for the DPU train. Next one. This week, they have generated additional 700 rows of data because there was some problem in the previous data. There were some duplicates. So data pre-processing team informed them, and they generated 700 plus rows of data. Also, initially, the data they provided was imbalanced. So using these 700 rows of data, we tried to balance it. And next. So data pre-processing team initially worked on the EDA part of the preliminary data, and we worked on the automation process of the prompt generation so that the data collection team can quickly generate the data. So here I have attached some files from our previous EDA. Next. Now this week, since we had the final data set, so we performed a full EDA on it. Also, we collected some data from some other sources also, so that we get a good picture of the all the aspects of mental health which we are dealing with. So, for example, I have attached a example of cyberbullying. So we saw in our data that most of the posts which are tagged as a cyberbullying, they are, I mean, most of them were racists. Some of them were targeting some particular sex. They were targeting religion. They were abusive, and that kind of thing. Also, we saw the pattern that as the level of education and the age increases, there is a decrease in the cyberbullying induced anxiety and depression, as we can see from these box plots. The next one. So we also analyzed some data from a survey. So I have attached one insight from that there was a question that, do you believe social media is a good thing? And many people said, around 78% people said that, yes, it is a good thing. And then the next question was, do you think your mental well-being would be better if you do not use social media? And again, I mean, 58% people said yes. So it's indicates the level of the social media addiction. Next one, please. Also, we from that data set, we extracted that in last 30 days, whether you are feeling nervous, anxious, or depressed, or hopeless, and most of the people noted in the positive. Okay, so that was the exploratory data analysis part. Next. We also tried to do some sentiment analysis using the classical methods, using the text block and NLTK reader. But the results were not very good. For example, if you see the index 1426, it is saying that I feel like I'm living in a world of my own, disconnected from those around me. And both of these methods are classifying it as a positive. So for this part, we're looking for some transform-based methods. Next one. Yeah. Another part of the data processing team was to work on the text classifier. So the basic idea of text classifier is this. Suppose we give a prompt, and that prompt will go to the model. In this case, it is DistilBERT fine-tune, and that will try to detect the problem. For example, if I give some query, it will tell us whether it is social media addiction problem, depression problem, anxiety problem, that kind of thing. So what we did, we trained DistilBERT using the data we have. We have data in 3 categories right now. So we tried to fine tune it with that data, and here are the results. So it has around 92% of accuracy. Next one. Yeah, so that was all about the data pre-processing part. Now, as we discussed last week, that we were using the Phi2 model for the inference. And also we were doing some prompt engineering and that on that. And we also integrated that with the stream data. But now we have moved towards the Mistral one, because Phi2 is a small model. It has 2.7 billion parameters. And we want some more general model. Next one, please. So what we did, what we tried initially, we tried to use Mistral 7B. Now, as we know that Mistral 7B is around 15 GB and it has 7 billion parameters. So we tried to use the GPTQ version. It is quantized in 4 bits. So we loaded it and we tried to fine tune it with the custom data, but there was a GPU limitation. So we could not complete that process. Next one, please. So we found an alternative. So the alternative is that we have Mr. model and we are using a PEFT adapter. That adapter is trained on the mental health counseling dataset. That same dataset which we are going to use. So we have integrated that with the Mr. model, and I have attached an example of the inference from that model here. Next one. So that these were the some pieces of the work which we are doing. Now I'm going to give you a big picture of all the work. So this will be our UI or the model. The user will through the Streamlit app will have to answer certain questions, and then the model will activate. So the questions will be like age and all, which we will see in few minutes. Those questions will go to the DistilBERT or Mr. We have not decided it yet because we are testing which one is better. And that will do the sentiment analysis. That will tell us which problem the user is facing. The second part is the prompt one. So then user will write some prompt. That will go to the DPO trained mental Mr. model. And it will provide us the solution for that. So, and all this is running on the Google Cloud platform. So next one. Okay, so that was all about this week's progress. So now we'll move to the demo. So Rana, you can give the demo.
Hey, thank you so much, Narayan, for your presentation. Good evening, everyone. So let me just share my screen first. I'm pretty new with Zoom, not really sure how I can, let me just know, guys, is my screen is visible or not.
Not yet.
1 minute.
Rana, are you still facing the issue with this screen share?
Okay.
Mm,
So if the meeting ends after 8 minutes, join again using the same link.
okay. Mm,
Are we,
Vinayak,
or will Vinayak share, or shall we wait for Rana?
Vinayak, you can continue.
Yeah, 1 sec. I can do it.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. My internet got cut and the Zoom gets reloaded and it quite okay. Cool. Let me just share my screen. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just know if you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
All right. So this is the demo with
We
Streamlit
can see
apps
yours.
of our.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're good.
the Streamlit option that we have worked on that allows users to assess their social media addiction and receive guidance for mental health improvement. Cool. So let me just give you the demo about it. So I will just put my name over there. Select my age. Cool. And after that, after filling those, assessment, we have to create generate button, and it will give us some assessment on a dictionary format. But it's not a big deal. We have to just give us the query. For that query, we have some query related to it. Okay, yes. Oh. Click on get help and it will change some answer. It will take some time. Meanwhile, I will just explain about our future work that we can planning to do with this app. So we are generally gonna give us a classification of what the user is going through right now in that part, where's the dictionary is. And we will also try to give a simple solution based on our analysis of the data. So we'll just do it for the response. And see, I put my query as I feel so conscious about my social media presence. I think my pride and happiness totally uh, depends upon it. So it will give us the help that I'm glad that you are aware of the problem. So mental mission model has a really good thing that it will give us the answer in a very broad format, in a more generative way. Okay, cool. So I will gonna take another query so that it will give some good idea. At that time, I find Instagram Reels very interesting. Real life is boring for me because people in reality are not exciting. What to do? Let's see what it will give. Time. Okay, so it has given its answer in a really broad way, I believe. All right, so this is the digital detox app that we have been worked on and integrated on GCP. So I'm gonna, give, the way of how it's work on the backend. Okay. So let me just run the page. So how this Streamlabs as is, works behind it. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I will give you the code through about and code walkthrough about it. So basically, this Streamlit application that allows users to assess their social media addiction and receive general guidance for mental health improvement. And this code also improves, several components, including like user input, model loading, or assessment, generation, and result display. So first, we need to import our libraries as we see Streamlit, time, load model, generate text, model units. Now we need to define a function where we can take some arguments like what tokenizers, model device, and answers, and it will call the generate text function, which is not right now provided yet, and with the arguments and assigning the results into the assessment variable, it will finally return to the assessment. Cool. So after that, we have to create our openings. I mean, the entry point of the application. So by this function, the main function, which is sets up the user interface with the titles, sidebars, and input fields for patient's name and age. And it also gonna defines that some dictionaries of some question related to the social media addiction, which we classified in our feature work. And along with the specific questions and answer, you can see that answer will be stored in here in a dictionary format as well. Now, when we have the user hit the generate button on the sidebar, it sets to the from submitted key in the session state as session state as true. Okay. After that, we have to display the assessment in that form assessment. If it gets true, I mean, after generating it, the user should respond. The user's response are displayed. The model gets loaded. If it hasn't been loaded yet, it will use the load model function from the model utilities, and the user prompted. And after that, the user enter their prompt and enter the query through the input text. And after that, they need to press on that get help button. Okay, so and then it will generate the explanation by by our models, which is mental star. And also, if the user didn't fill the form in the application, it will also gets written and gives the message, please fill out the form in the sidebar continue. And yeah, and for that we have to use the main script to execute. Cool. Now I would like to go on the model, our model building code walkthrough as well. Okay, I take this one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this is our model building codes that I'm going to teach, tell all about. So first, we need to install our libraries. Here, there is AutoGPT. We have Optimum. We have Bits and Bytes Accelerate, and also we need to install PET. For why PET? Because this parameter efficient fine tuning package, which is that's a library for fine